Greetings, Minecrafters, and oh, look at little G in there. Welcome to, he's in the beaver pond. Welcome to another Minecraft discussion today on all things well-being. I am just thrilled to have this discussion. It's also related to some we've been doing. It's got to be cold in there. Anyway, my name is Kimberly Quinn. Losing my train, but I got it back right now. So earlier I was doing one of the podcast episodes about downshifting, living in a lower gear, and with that, but this is where I'm inspired on my way over here in the Jeep with little Giovanni, who just went in a very cold beaver pond, probably, is about peeling the onion, because, we've got to trim the fat if we want to save valuable life minutes. There are only 24 hours of life minutes in any given day, right? And so in the past, we've talked about, budgeting life minutes just like we would money for a household or something. And obviously it's even more valuable. We can't even that's the best visual I can come up with for the value of life minutes is cash, but obviously that doesn't even do it justice, right? We've only got so many. And so here's the thing, I was just talking about this at one of the conferences I spoke at, keynoted at a couple weeks ago, and you should have seen their faces at first, then they were smiling. So I was talking about trimming the fat, making a life minutes budget, and I said, it's about, part of that is really peeling back the onion, because the people in our lives, it's like layers of an onion. We've got the middle, which is, like the number one layer, right? We're our closest family and friends, and the golden retriever, and that's your most important people you can count on no matter what. The one people you can wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and know they would be there for you, right? And then, of course, and also your kids. They don't fall in the 3 o'clock in the morning thing, but kids. And then the next layer is like really, really good friends that you do a lot of things with, meaningful conversations, things like that. The third layer, might be somebody you play racquetball with on the weekend, but they're also important. And then as the layers get out there, though, that's where we just got to peel back the onions. It's almost like a sports team. First string, second string, third string, bench. And if they're toxics in your life, they shouldn't even be in the stadium, all right? That's what I'm saying about that. And here's the thing. We get so conditioned into obligations. And I also want to do a disclaimer, because I'm not saying that we don't need to go out of our way. I reside in a service mindset. And on the way in the Jeep, like, how can I be of service? That's how can I be of service? And it is always answered. There's always like one person that's just one small thing. So I'm not saying don't go out of our way. The thing is, we know if we're going out of our way mindfully by how we feel versus mindless giving, which is just obligation. Like, it doesn't have to be somebody's a bad person or anything like that. It's just we often get conditioned, like it's just a habit, that we go to lunch once a month with this person or every week, even more, that just really doesn't bring us joy anymore. It doesn't mean they're an evil demon or they're not bad. It's just that's a gigantic chunk, and if you work full time, that's a huge sacrifice. And I think it's just really important to evaluate your onion layers, because when you peel those back, and doesn't mean drop the person entirely if that isn't it, but maybe spend less time, like because one of our sons talks about this. We're swapping out our life minutes. Like right now, I'm in the woods with Giovanni. This is a high vibe situation, peaceful, serene. I'm doing something I love, which is making these Minecraft videos, and the brook is really babbling because the snow's melting. Why would I swap out, that 1 or 2 hours, to go drive somewhere, to be with someone, to talk about small talk? No. Just no. One of my best friends, different, kind of thing. But it's just because there are only so many minutes in a day. So at first, when I was saying this at the conference, I got these looks like, oh my God. And then there were nods all over the place. And when I get excited speaking, I just stepped on a stick. When I get excited speaking, I tends to just roll out of me these stories. And I said something like, it's one thing if it's your child's baby shower or whatever, your own grandchild or your niece you're crazy about. If it's a fifth cousin 3 times removes, best friends, brothers, beagles, puppy shower, no. I'm just saying, making a joke out of that, but like it's a baby shower for maybe even it's a niece who you don't see ever. I mean, so it doesn't mean don't call her and wish her well, send a gift, but to take a perfectly good Sunday when it's somebody you don't have a huge, you love her, okay, but you don't really have a huge relationship. Yeah, I don't know, especially if you're working full time, that just makes it worse, I think. And so anyway, this is all part of well-being and budgeting your life minutes, because there are so many life minutes in one day. And the other thing, it's absolutely beautiful here. It's like rainy, but man, it's just like gorgeous. Kind of a little misty. There are only so many life minutes in a day, so we peel back the life minutes, put the brakes on, set some boundaries up, let go of some relationships that just don't bring you joy anymore, or at least spend less time with them. It leaves so much more time for you. Your life minutes for you and for the people in your life who are in the inner, first, second layer of the onion. Way more life minutes to spend. And then you had this life-giving, rejuvenated feeling. It also helps to keep ourselves filled up. It's all part of the whole fill the bucket thing, fill the well-being bucket. And I think people don't realize that because they get so wrapped up in guilt and what an awful person. We've been going to this thing, once a year forever, or once a month, and then lunch, and dumb, really, unless it brings you joy and you can't wait to go. If you dread it, that's a clear sign to get out of it. If you're even like, oh no, here comes that we do once a month, then just come up with something to just get out of it. So, okay, peel the layers of your onion back so you have more life minutes for you. Again, we're not saying don't go out of your way. Going out of your way is good. Doing good things for people is good. Being sucked into obligation and wasting your life minutes, not good, okay? So, all right, peel the layers of your onion back and salvage some life minutes. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the beautiful, very wet woods in northern Vermont at the Notch. Have a mindful day.